Wednesday. We are back once again. Since I kind of rushed through all the intros and things last week because I knew we had a lot to do. So we're gonna go around today and have everybody say hello, starting with Soul.
Hey there, everybody. My name is Soul. I use they, them pronouns. I don't have a lot of stuff going on, but if you missed it, I was part of the second season of Hunters 2012 over on GM Dax's channel. And it's a banger. It's very good. It's very fun. I think everyone is hilarious in it. And if you've missed it, it's all out there. So go take a look. Otherwise, I am your Tabaxi Roguelock, Synarch Fangbreaker, who uses he, they pronouns. And I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Moving on to Alyssa. We're going back to the old order of things.
Hell yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me online at a disaster queer. And I don't think I have much going on. Listen to Goblets and Gays. It's fun. It's Bloodborne. Hockey's there, I guess. Yeah. And buy my games on itch.io. There's journaling games and lesbian games and one-pagers about journals and lesbians. So yeah, that's me.
I changed your social link from Twitter to your itch page because I'm tired of you not talking about the cool stuff that you do. So I changed your link without telling you. Click on the itch.io link in chat and go buy Alyssa's stuff right now, right this second. Do it right now. Moving on to Charmy.
Hi, I'm Charmy, also known as Captain Charmy. Various places around the internet, but especially here hanging out with my friends. I will be playing Aurora Incineratus, the Fire Genasi sorcerer, hot girl, maybe a little bit traumatized right now. We both use she, her pronouns. You should check me out playing Vampire on Saturday nights with Mandy, because it's great. It's delightful. We're the best. That's what I got.
Big agree. Aki.
There we go. Hi.
Aki was too busy dancing.
Yeah, I was. I got a vibe, not gonna lie. As I'm Aki, pronouns are she, her. Played Dayu, silver hair, the Bonomancer, also uses she, her pronouns. I will double down on Goblets and Gays, and specifically the fact that I am there. That's the only thing we double down on. You don't have to listen to us, but I'm there. And I guess Alyssa too. But
Sometimes.
Well, not sometimes, like all the time now. At some point I was like, adoption? And that happened.
Hold on. I was gonna link Goblets and Gays, but you guys have too many pages. Moving on. Mari!
Hi, hello. I'm Mariana. I also go by Lagrimosa with a 0 on Blue Sky and other places. And I play Nikita Ayaga, the Wood Elf Barbarian, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Awesome. And last
Mari's streaming now. Wow.
Oh yeah,
Mari's
you're
streaming now.
Everybody,
Oh, yeah,
Mari's
I am.
streaming. Woo.
I hope you put that on your card page, bestie. Also, here's where
I
you can
didn't.
find Goblets and Gays for the folks in chat who are curious. Well, click on Mari's name in chat and you will find her Twitch channel. So there you go. Easy peasy.
Hi, hello.
I don't think I was already following you, so I'm going to do it right now, live, on the internet.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just like drawing and playing video games and stuff on there, hanging out. Thanks.
Yeah. Everybody go follow the baby streamer. Oh, shit. So professional, pausing the whole stream just so I can follow you on Twitch.
It's so important.
Listen,
What do you mean?
I must
Very
support my
relevant.
friends!
It's relevant, I think.
It's relevant. It's relevant. Okay. I'm done fooling around now. And last but not least, hello everybody. I'm Mandy or the Mandy. This is my channel. I do teach RPG things and art and stuff. And yeah, that's really it. This is my channel. If you don't know who I am, why are you here? Let's do a quick recap of last episode. The party found evidence of festering while traveling through and scouting through the woods ahead. I should say the boys, TM, Kazuhiko, Konathor, and Sinark, went to go look at how things are going. The party had a discussion regarding, what is the source of the festering? Where is this all coming from? Why is this happening? Why are these creatures different from all the other creatures? And in the midst of their travels, were descended upon by festering beasts and a festering dragon. Potentially not the first one you've seen so far. Battle ensued, took up most of the session, I should say, probably, beyond the traveling aspect. But the party was victorious against these beasts and the dragon. And as of, actually I should say, at the end of last session, in the aftermath of the battle, Aurora felt a presence or something watching her as you were all coming out of combat and entering into the aftermath of said fight. Aurora then heard a voice, the Knave Lord, telling her that she should meet them at the tree, meaning the arboreal throne, and implied that Dante, Aurora's long-lost, presumed dead sister, is already there, waiting for her. It has been, probably a couple of days since that encounter. It is, it's getting colder as you move through this space. And I'm actually going to we're gonna switch to like more wintry music, because it is getting a little bit colder. So, you all have noticed since this battle that the weather seems a little off. It's getting colder. And even Konathor comments to you all on the fact that it is a little bit strange for cold weather to travel this far south. Normally, cold weather is experienced up near Lochita, which is the capital of the Amaria Wilds, near Loch Nimue, the lake that you've all read legends about or heard legends about as children, or even in recent months during your travels. Normally that area that is bordering along Elysia is the area that gets cold or frozen or particularly snowy compared to the rest of the wilds, which have a pretty wide variety of weather, but not cold, typically. Not snowy. Some of the trees here have shed their leaves entirely, leaving the sky much more open to you in certain areas. And that is what you have dealt with. There haven't been too many festering, or at least not enough to... Not near enough to attack the party since your last fight. And this is where I will open the floor to all of you, because I know some of you wanted to have some talks during travel. on one of the nights that you camp, you can certainly interact. Was there anybody who wanted to go first?
Me.
Okay.
I think one of the nights early, like pretty soon after the fight, Rev would like to corner Nikita away from the group.
Sure. Is everything
She'll-
okay?
Yeah, of course. I just wanted to ask you something.
Sure.
And I think she leads you, not too far from the hut, within screaming distance, but to give the air of privacy at least. And Rev will pull out, like, I think a sort of delicate, slightly large platinum ring and hand it to you and say, I got this at the fairy market. Could you give it to Aurora?
Yes, of course. What is it? What's
She will hand it over, and I think it is slightly warm, like warmer than skin temp. Maybe not warmer than Aurora's skin temp, but is clearly there is some magical effect on it. And Rev will just say, I think it's supposed to, it will help protect her in the next fight. Or any fight we get into.
Thank you. Yes, I'll pass it on. Any reason you don't want to give it to her directly?
Oh, I just, rings. I didn't want to.
I understand. It's okay. Am I supposed to? Wait, I mean, you're okay to give, obviously, anything you need to Aurora.
I just, it's not the most stylish. It's pretty plain, so I wanted to make sure that she would wear it. And I think coming from you, she definitely will. So.
Okay. Wait, you said it's plain, but she likes very extravagant things, typically, at least from my perspective. Would it be weird if I gave it to her? No, right?
Not at all, no.
Okay.
But, if I gave it to her, she might be like, oh, okay, and then thank you, and then not wear it. But if you give it to her, she'll probably be like, oh, okay, thank you, and keep wearing it. And I need her to be wearing it.
Okay. So do you want me to tell her that it came from you, or?
No, that's not necessary.
I can't understand what I'm supposed to do in this situation, but I will give it to her if it's going to protect her.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. She's going to stare at the ring and just kind of like feel the warmth in her hands and just pocket it in the meantime.
That's it. That's all I needed.
Okay. And I believe there was one other, if you wanted to do that during this
Yeah,
travel period.
I'll jump in. Aurora wants to talk to Sin at some point in a similar situation, but maybe not at the same time as Nikita and Rev. Kind of tugs them away from the group. Hi, I have a question for you, or more like a favor to ask. Maybe it's both.
Okay.
Okay, so you know how we are going towards potentially extremely dangerous territory, and maybe a lot of bad things could happen, but like maybe we come out on the other side and everything's okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the event that everything's not okay, and maybe some really bad stuff happens, and maybe some of us do some really bad stuff, and then we have to maybe be stopped from doing bad stuff, can you just promise that you'll look out for Nikita? I mean, if you're going to be a revenant now and you'll be around forever, you'll live a long time, and so will she. And I'm hopefully strong enough to go through what we have to go through. But just in case I'm not, you can look out for her and find a way to bring me back.
I think as the days have passed, Sin has been finding that he has to remember more often than not to, like, breathe consciously. But he's trying not to think about that too much. But like this moment, he feels the need to breathe because his throat feels tight, and he gives Aurora like a very, like, not a stern look, but one like he's taking this seriously, and he's listening to every word that she says. And he says, "Yeah. I'm always gonna look out for all of you."
But thank you. But even, in a long time when maybe we're not all in the same place, just to be sure, I don't know what's going to happen with Anathor and the rest of the family, and I know you understand more than anyone what she has gone through, will go through with finding family, so I just want to make sure if something happens and I can't be there, that you will.
You know I will. And I'm gonna be here for you too. And whatever fucking happens. Whatever we're about to go through. I know we're gonna try our fucking hardest to get through it. And I want to know that I don't doubt you either. I think that I feel confident when you're at my side. I saw your power when we faced off against those beasts, the dragons, and no, I mean, we're right to be worried. Who fucking knows what we're about to meet? But
it's true, but it's not the power I'm worried about, actually. I've noticed recently it's coming more easily to me. But I worry about the promises I've made before now. And so, if maybe things don't work out correctly, if I do something that goes against what we're supposed to be here to do, I know you guys will deal with it.
we will.
I'll be on your side as long as I can.
I know that. Are you scared?
Yeah. But also
Me too.
excited. Can I have a hug?
Yeah. And I just for a little bit of flavor, I think Sin has been like every 8 hours because he can. As we march through, he's been renewing his mage armor, right? And I think when he like when you ask for the hug, he swoops in as fast as he can to like hug Aurora tight, and the light from the magic just sort of disperses, and I think envelops both of them for a second as this like little blanket of warm magic. He's just gonna squeeze and be like, I'm so glad that we're here together.
Me too. Thank you for being here.
As long as you want me around. Can't get rid of me that easy. And I think he's reluctant to let go, but he notices that we're probably starting to lag a little bit behind. And so he would let go and offer his hand, and he's like, we're gonna get through this together.
Yeah. And Aurora takes his hand and walks like that together for a while.
And as you walk to catch up with the rest of the party, you get ready to, we'll say that's probably night one. And the conversation with Rev and Nikita is night two. And catch up after, or when it's time to camp for the evening. Fast forwarding back to the second night after the dragon fight, Nikita, you have recently had a conversation with Revelation, and you have an opportunity as the party camps for the evening to talk to Aurora, if you so choose.
Yeah, so Nikita is going to motion to Aurora in a similar fashion, I guess, from before, where it's just kind of like, we could just be more private kind of thing.
The moment you make a motion, she is moving.
So,
Hi.
Hi. I have something for you. It's from the fairy shop.
A gift?
Yes.
Aw.
Sort of. So I want to get this to you, especially because you are getting stronger. And I don't know how much more protection I could really give you as we get closer to some certain things. And this, she'll pull out the ring, is supposed to protect you. So that was I was told, at least. It's a little warm. Like you.
She'll hold out her hand for it, to be put on, because that's the kind of girl she is.
Chill. Go ahead.
What does it protect me from?
I am not entirely sure, but it's supposed to be helpful, I think. So I know it's not really a lot. I know that your style is a lot more nicely put together, and it's just a simple ring, but
Hey, darling, it's all about the combination of jewelry. Okay, it's about building a look. You need a collection. How can we admire the sparkled, bedazzled, if not for the understated and simple? It's cute.
You're right. It does kind of go with everything. So, I mean, everything looks good on you, to be honest. We know this.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. On or off.
She's going to wrap an arm around Aurora and just give her a kiss. I'm sorry I can't translate it very well to you, but it's supposed to be helpful, and I just hope it's a little something whenever I can't be right next to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot, and I don't like to go far from you, but if I have to, it feels better knowing I have this.
It's a little something.
I just want to make sure you know as I'm together, even though it's been dangerous and scary and a lot
Very.
more walking than I ever thought I would do in my entire life. It's been really nice and fun because you're there.
You have made this much better than obviously what it could have been. You know, but I'm very happy to be here with you. You're amazing. You're incredible to look at, but not just because you're beautiful.
Oh, go on.
I love to watch you fight, that's for sure.
I think that's the first time anyone's ever said that to me, and it's also as a compliment. It's amazing.
Do we want to get exactly back right now, or do we want to take some time here?
We should take some time.
Let's take some time.
30 to 60 minutes.
And we will fade to black on that. I expect lots of smooching occurs, etc. Hey, we have a that's gay emote for a reason. As time passes on, and there will be more time for camping scenes later if you guys think of any. The next day passes. You do see evidence of festering, but you don't run into any. And the following that night, before you camp for the evening, you do run into festering. So we're going to do a quick encounter round, in which I will ask for specific skills from each of you, based on what you want to do. Spell slots don't matter. HP doesn't matter. This is more of like a minion interaction. You're dealing with minor festering. It's not a life-threatening situation. So we're gonna kind of lightning round without any need for initiative and all of those things. So I'm going to...
Question. Is this like during travel or is this at a rest point?
This is during travel.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I don't remember if is this like epic? Why is this epic? Why does it say epic? It's probably fine.
Jorge Rivera wrote it.
No, this is far too. Yeah, right.
Epic
You got
minion
me.
fighting.
Let me find. Oh, I lost all my stuff. Do-do-do. Nope.
Skeleton battle.
No skeleton
Goofy.
battle. No skeleton
Like
battle.
inside of Rev's brain when she's giving Nikita the ring.
I love this. My stuff is gone. Okay, we're just gonna stick with this. It's gonna be super calm music, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. So you are, while I look for the actual thing. Okay, I guess I simply don't have... Looking for all the fight stuff I have for you guys. And I'm missing things, but that's okay. So you, it's around the time when you should be camping for the night when you see the festering, you see some festering creatures. They're smaller ones. They're not massive beasts. They haven't taken particular forms other than vaguely animal shaped, quadruped type creatures, but they're mostly like oozes. And you start seeing more and more of these evidence of this during your travels. You see these things in the distance, but they're not necessarily attacking you, and you don't see signs of others being in danger, and so you continue on your way. But as you reach a particular area, you do see that there are some here. And we're basically going to go around the table to see where or what works best for you. Here we go. I was looking for this. It's on the wrong damn playlist. We will start with... I'm going to start with Synarch because he is generally the fastest. We'll go through all the players first, and NPCs will be assisting, but they don't get their own turns. So, Sin, we'll say this is probably a group of like 10 of these creatures, but again, you can tell that they are smaller and weaker than other ones that you have fought. What is the general vibe of the action you want to take against these creatures, and then I will let you know what skill to utilize, what skill or attribute to utilize.
Oh, if they feel weak, and the amount of hits that he dodged in the last battle, he's definitely charging, like, straight into the middle.
Okay. So you charge into the middle of this group. What kind of attack are you going to do?
Oh, just using both swords, just trying to, like, using my short sword and dirk and doing, like, flashy ass stuff that he's been practicing to, like, just slam these magic swords into things.
Absolutely. So for this, I'll say the skill for this one we'll use is athletics for Sen. So roll me athletics.
Okay. Will do. That is it's almost a crit. 29.
Okay. With a 29, yeah, you absolutely are able to immediately off the bat, swing both of your swords in whatever directions you need in order to land your hits, and you are able to kill a few of them. The black sludge of the festering kind of splattering like blood onto the ground, into the snow. Next up is Nikita with Revelation on deck.
Hi, hello. So, just for flair's sake, so I think with these things, Nikita, I like the visual of her maybe blocking something with the gauntlet on arm that she has now.
Yeah.
And maybe running her sword straight through something if I can, and like kicking it off is what I would like to do.
Yeah, so we'll call this one athletics as well. You're using your weapons, you charge again.
Hard. And just to make it look hot, she has her bite on. That is, thank God I switched on my dice. Athletics, that's a +8 to my athletics. It's 11 on the die, so that's a 19.
Excellent. You are able to slay a few of these creatures, jumping right into the fray. No fear at this point, because you've been dealing with the festering more and more as time has gone on, and you are able to dispatch some of them quite readily. Revelation with Aurora on deck. I expect you want to fly into battle. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, while Rev would have preferred to be a little more discerning and not throwing ourselves into this battle, even if it looks easy, who knows what will come later in the day. Seeing the other two jumping in, Rev will as well. And while she has her flail out and is hitting the creatures, she's also making sure that she's sort of within range of Sin and Nikita and trying to be there to divert any damage, if possible, from them.
Excellent. Give me athletics.
Yikes, that is a 16.
So I would say that's good enough. You are able to do some damage and hold some attacks back that might have been directed at your comrades with a 16. Aurora, you see as your more martial-oriented comrades have jumped into the fray, what is it that you would like to do?
Aurora is worried about going closer to this situation, but doesn't like her friends being in potential danger. So her idea is to attempt to make it seem as if she is running away scared, but while she's doing so, she is casting slow on the creatures to make them easier to deal with for the group.
I love this. A little bit of deception in your combat. Give me a deception roll.
Hey, I'm great at that. $17.
Excellent. Yeah, you are able to make it seem as though you are fleeing, and any monsters that might have been distracted by your presence don't really pay you any mind. And you are able to get a safe distance away and cast slow on some of these creatures, which will make it easier for future checks. Dayu, it is
Up
now
to
your
120 feet away, by the way.
turn. Okay.
So it is obvious that Dayu does healing. Dayu does healing so well that it's a bonus action. I don't have to do anything. But what I would like to do instead is I want to study them.
Okay. Yeah.
They're distracted enough.
Yeah.
I can pay attention instead. And when I say pay attention, I mean to like their movements. Like, do they hunt in packs? Are they going for warm bodies, cold bodies? Do they seem like they're just mindless, or are they here for an actual purpose? You know, strength, weakness, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking for a way to understand these things some more. Like, we in theory know how to beat them, but I'm like, there's got to be a way more efficient way than throwing the equivalent of at least 4 guys in front of us and 2 in the back. And so that's what I would like to focus on. I also have I can also be incorporeal for basically 2 turns.
Yes.
So like being hit is also not really an issue for me right now.
So you are trying to intuit what you can learn about these creatures, what their weaknesses are. You want to gain insight into what they are and what they are doing. So if you use your ghost tattoo, your ghost step tattoo, I will give you insight with advantage.
Yeah, I'll do that. Ooh, nice. 19 on the die for, like, what is that, 24?
Excellent. 1, these creatures cannot see into the ethereal plane. You get close to the fight, you are in another plane, you are on the edge of Sombra Luz. These monsters can't see you there. They have no insight into other planes, as far as you can tell. They are consistently fire-oriented. You have almost never seen them have an affinity towards any other type of effect or damage or visual aesthetic. They are these sludge-like monsters that seem to be able to shape themselves into whatever they want or some other means. And they always seem to have fire coming from within. With a, you said it was a 24. With a 24,
Yep.
You expect that anything ice-related, or maybe even water if you have it, might help you further against these creatures. You expect that water might actually be best. Something else you notice, I'll give you one more thing, because you rolled very well. These creatures are more like slimes. They're more like ooze than fully formed creatures. You expect that these ones in particular are either just very weak or newly formed. Which would imply that more have been brought to Terra. Or more have arrived here.
I think specifically when the battle is done, that's when Dayu will pop back into like corporeal form, which by the way, the tattoos I never had the chance to really explain. They are entirely on one side of Dayu's body. They kind of spin around where they go in between almost blackout tattoos with very interesting shapes and images, versus like swirls is the best way to put it. Like just weird looking swirls. You would notice that the wraith just kind of lives in her skin now and kind of travels around it. And the other half of her body is where her colored tattoos are. So she's officially like on one side it's mostly blackout and scars, and the other side it's like that's where all the colored stuff is. Very fun. Oh, and the tattoos, because they're huge, right? They go like up the arm, around the titty, on the torso, and down the leg too. So she wears long pants right now, but like I swear it's noticeable when we eat our jammies. Yeah. And then we're gonna relay everything that we learned.
Awesome. And before too long, so we're not gonna do we could do another round. Sin, there are still a couple left. Is there anything that you would like to do to dispatch these last few festering?
With Nikita and Rev like right next to Sin, I think he has the idea of like it might just be best to maneuver them all into one place for Nikita and Rev to like just fucking smash the rest of these.
Mhm.
So I think he's trying to, I guess, follow up on Aurora's tactic and trying to like bait these things all into like one little square.
So we're probably gonna do athletics again. Then you're kind of corralling these things and also trying to dispatch them with your friends here.
Okay. That is only a 16.
Okay. I'll say that's good enough. You're able to kind of maneuver them. You don't dispatch any more of them, but you have put your friends on the front line in a better position to do so. Nikita.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I think yeah, she's gonna try mowing them down again some more for the sake of flair.
Yeah.
Let's say that these are like slimy looking, you said, or are they still kind of like and how we what do they physically look like? I guess that's can I sink my teeth into one?
You can certainly try. Yeah, you want to bite one?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like a slash and then try to rip something off.
Okay.
If possible.
So I want you to roll like you're rolling to do bite.
Sick. Okay, rolling to do bite. Which is okay, it's still my +6 is my strength. That is a 13 on the die plus 8. So that's 21.
That definitely hits. So I will tell you what happens next.
Sick.
Because you've never bitten one of these before.
Never.
Well, I guess now's as good a time as any. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Got it. That is an 8 plus 7, though.
Okay.
You get a +5 because I'm in range of you.
That's a dirty 20 instead of a 15.
Okay. Let me pull up this really.
I was curious. I don't know. She's in a rage, guys. She's just.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Fucking out here eating lava
I
lamps.
left you to your own devices. This is your business.
So you do hit. The fact that it's a dirty 20. Wait, the dirty 20 was your Constitution save?
Correct. Yes. The 21 was for my hit. It was yeah.
Okay. And your save was the 20. Okay. So
Correct.
First of all, this is the most horrible, disgusting thing you have ever tasted in your life. Your mouth burns.
Mm.
And you're afraid that whatever you just bit is going to erode at your flesh. But
Right.
because you are quite stout and your constitution is quite strong, you do feel as though it won't do any lasting damage, but oh my god, does it hurt. If there is another round of this, which I doubt there will be, you will be at disadvantage on the next one. Not
Okay,
because of
heard.
any poisoning effect, so you aren't poisoned currently or anything like that, though that is a risk. That's what the save was for. You are distracted because your mouth hurts. Moving on.
So I feel like.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Real quick, so sorry, just
Yeah.
for the sake of the reaction and everything,
Please.
with the bite mouth and everything, she's just screaming, and it's kind of just like just one of the like I just ate really hot pizza like right out of the oven kind of thing, kind of thing. So she's I think she's gonna leave like a scream, but it's just gonna keep her in her rage, I guess, because that works.
It's a combination of like, ow, it burns, it's
Yeah.
hot, and ow, it burns. There's like acid in my mouth burning away at my skin.
Right.
That's what that feels like. It's both.
Got it.
Yep, it's not great. Revelation. You just watched Nikita try to bite one of these things. Sin has helped you get into position in terms of dispatching the last couple of these monsters. They are slowed, so they're not really attacking you right now. What would you like to do?
I think that Rev is in position and about to go for the last one, but gets distracted by Nikita's screaming. And so rather than attacking, she goes to heal Nikki.
Okay.
Because she's just like, I don't know what just happened, but this sounds bad. Like, Nikita doesn't scream in pain very often, so clearly these things are tougher than what we thought.
Yeah, you are able to heal them if you want, or you can dispatch these monsters. Like, as I said, damage is not really a factor here. But if you want to heal her instead of taking an action, you can do so.
Yeah, I will heal, and I trust that Aurora can dispatch them.
Okay. Moving on to Aurora. Aurora, my dear, your girlfriend just tried to eat a festering. It clearly did not go well. Sin and Revelation have been either distracted or trying to position these things in a way that one of you can destroy the last couple of festering on the playing board here, so to speak. What would you like to do?
I don't think Aurora is smart enough to think of what I actually want to do with her right now. So what I am going to do is basically have her just try to fire a bolt of lightning directly at that one that was bitten.
Yeah.
She doesn't like that. So it's just she is trying to use her sorceress abilities to weave in between the squad and pinpoint that particular creature.
Sure. Would you say this is like Chaos Bolt, Lightning Bolt?
I would say lightning bolt at this time. Yeah, it's like instinctual. It'll be the default.
Absolutely. Okay. So normally that's a save,
Yeah.
but I'm going to ask you to roll with your spell attack modifier. So roll d20 plus 9.
Okay, great. So
Yeah, because we're not gonna do saves for all the NPCs and all that stuff. It's just if you hit, they're dead.
okay, that's 23.
Yeah, that definitely hits. You unleash a lightning bolt, and you're like, okay, I don't have time for this shit anymore. Lightning bolt, as sharp blue lightning crackles across the field that you are all in and takes out the last of the festering here. Dayu. If you would like to insight one more time, you can do that.
Yes, I would. Would I still have the same advantage as last time that I rolled, or is it just regular insight?
It's advantage.
Thank you.
You're also seeing things from a different plane of existence currently. Because it lasts for 2 rounds, does it not?
So cool! Sorry, sorry. Yes, it does last for 2 rounds. Yep. But because it's advantage, so I just rolled 2 dice and I got nat 20 on both of them.
Hell yeah, let's go.
That's so cool. I'm gonna take a picture of that later. Let me just
awesome.
put it back the way it was. That was crazy.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of that later. My phone's over there. I'll get it later. But yeah, nat 20. So,
yeah, so
twice.
Something you see as Aurora basically lightning smites the shit out of these last couple of festering. You've been in this position before when you've seen something die. You know what it looks like. There's no soul. It's just gone. This is solid confirmation that as you watch this black roiling sludge still and sink back into the ground. There's no spirit. There's no presence. There's no sentinels waiting to collect whatever is here. There is none of it. You do, however, though the smell is the same as it has always been, you notice the effect it had on Nikita. And I would just say, keep that in mind for the future. And we will exit combat.
When you say keep that in mind in the future, you mean like specifically the descriptions of Nikita having a bad time,
Yes.
putting an unknown substance in her mouth, and
Yep.
and it backfiring her heart? Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. And when combat's done, while I'm letting y'all know the stuff that I've noticed, I'm gonna fully cast Greater Restoration on Nikita because I just don't trust whatever the fuck just happened. Like, I'm glad you got healed. You're not gonna get healing from me, but you're gonna get Greater Restoration, and it comes in the form of me grabbing your entire bottom jaw and looking into your mouth like an unlicensed dentist.
The dog that ate a candy wrapper.
Oh my god.
What do you have in your mouth?
Yeah, literally, just like, what the fuck? Like I have, as if I am feeding you medicine that you do not want to take. You are kimchi, and I'm holding some laxatives here, and
Oh, no.
in this case, I'm grabbing the shit. For the record, I don't put my hands anywhere near kimchi. He bites very fast. He's very fast. But yeah, just fucking. But it's Greater Restoration in me actually checking out your mouth. Like, do you have now a smoker's tongue? Like, what happened here?
So when you go to examine Nikita's mouth, yeah, give me medicine. Let's see if you can identify the physical effects.
21. I'm on
Okay.
fire today.
Yeah,
Pun
we'll
intended.
say you did this before you did Greater Restoration. Something you notice is that where veins would normally be, they're there, but they're black. And when you Greater Restoration, it does fade away. But you notice that a lot of the inside of Nikita's mouth has these black veins. Some of the teeth look like they're starting to rot.
I tell you this to your face. I'm holding your bottom jaw. At this point, I think I've pulled you down to your fucking knees with my 12 strength. And I'm scolding you now. Okay? Because this is exactly what we have to do while I'm healing you. Don't do that. Your whole mouth is fucked up. All the veins in your mouth are black. Your teeth are rotting.
Can you fix it?
I'm fixing it.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Don't. Never again. This was
Okay.
bad. This is very bad.
Or
Is
should
one
I
greater-
go into that to like nod along with Dayu? Like, yeah, don't do that.
I got carried away. I'm
Is-
sorry.
Is one Greater Restoration enough? Because I can do it a second time, but only a second time today.
I'm muted. You're fine. You only need to do it once.
Okay. So beautiful. So stupid.
I love it.
And also strong.
I got carried
So
away.
strong.
I'm sorry.
So strong. So beautiful. So stupid.
Are you
I have a
safe to say I won't do it
follow-up question to
again?
what just happened.
Hmm?
I have a follow-up question to what just happened. If any of us get an open wound during battle. Will this stuff be able to poison us from just touching us?
Maybe we avoid it from now on.
I mean,
You go ahead.
my armor can cover my whole body. Rev now has full plate. I'm just worried about anyone else who might be up close and personal with these things.
I got the gauntlet.
You got a gauntlet.
I will not use my mouth again. I am sorry.
You have been scolded by everyone enough, in my opinion. I will not be an additional scolder. But yeah, please never do that again.
I don't think we have to worry about that again. So.
Okay.
I kiss the tip of your nose because I feel bad about yelling at you literally to your face. Also because you're still down there. You're reachable.
That's so stupid. I'm sorry.
There.
I have a +1 to my
Also-
intelligence. I'm so sorry.
I have a -1. This is not the excuse you bring to this household. I meant to say table. Oh, well. Also, I think they're going to be weak to water and ice. Especially water. I was going to try throwing regular water at them. So maybe if we run into them again, I might try that, but I want... Revelation, can you make holy water?
I don't think so. I can't imagine so. I think that Kazuhiko would be your better bet for
That's
that.
True.
What makes water?
What makes water holy is exactly what Aurora was also going to ask, so I'll ask it for both of us. What makes the water holy? Like, do you conjure water and because it comes from your god, it's holy? Or
It's... I believe there's an official ceremony that you have to do over water to make it holy.
so we still need water?
Okay.
I don't do water. I don't know
Water.
if you noticed, but
Can you
kind of the
do
opposite of my
ice?
thing. A little bit. I can take some chances and see what I can do. I don't know if I'll be able to get the intended result, but I'll try.
I turned to Nikita's brother, whose name I can't pronounce right now because I'm
Canathor.
actually too fucking...
Canathor.
Yeah, Canathor. I want to call him Candy Corn.
Oh my
Just do
God.
it.
Can you... Yeah, no,
Congrats to all
I'm
everybody
having a bad
dies.
day, you guys.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, baby.
Third boulder. Can you make it rain? Or use water? Or ice?
Yes. Yes, I can.
If we run into the festering again, could you try it so we can see
Yeah.
what happens?
Yeah, I can do that. It's less of an attack and more of a protection thing. But I
I wonder if they can even move in the rain.
It's less rain. Maybe I should just show you. And he'll kind of step back a little bit. And he does have a staff, which he uses to basically summon up the spell. And essentially he's pulling water up from the ground and from the snow around you, it turns into water and it forms this big wall around you guys in a half circle. I can do this. I can...
That still
see
might
about-
be good though.
I can see about doing other things, but this is what I have prepared. I figured.
That still might be good though, like to wall them off.
That's the idea. I do a lot of defensive magic, mostly. I mean, obviously I can call lightning. You saw me do that, but most of what I do is defensive. So I can make walls of stone, water, plants.
Oh, if they are weak against ice, it kind of makes all of this ice make more sense now.
Well, are they subject to gravity? I can adjust that as well.
I wouldn't know.
Well, we'll
So
have to
far
find
it
out.
seems... Yeah. So far it seems like they're very... Like they don't have a form. They for sure don't have a soul, by the way. I was paying very close attention to that. There's nothing that comes out of this. And there's no sentinels here or anything, so... Lots of stuff. Oh, and they couldn't see me in the ethereal plane. I didn't move the whole round. I just poof.
Do you have any empty glass? It might be good just to gather up some water as we travel, if we maybe even melt some snow in it. Just in case we've come down to last resorts, if there's anyone to rescue at the Arboreal Throne, they might not be ready to fight when they get out, if we find them, but they might be ready to throw glass vials full of water.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if there's snow, there's snowballs.
At this rate, it definitely
Snow.
feels as though it will be snowing by the time we get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's been strangely cold. But let's sit down. Let's maybe get well, maybe not sit down here. Let's get a little bit away from here and build camp. We can reconvene and plan for what we might do moving forward. Does that
Sounds
sound
good.
Okay. And since we're coming up on break time, I'll say that you all move forward a bit before you find a place to camp for the night. And we will move into what happens the next day after our break. I know it's a little bit early, but we're gonna take our little break now, mainly because my hubby just got home and I want to go say hi. We will see you guys in like 10-ish. So go hydrate to get a snack, and we'll be back in 10. Bye. And hello, everybody. We're back. I hope you got a snack, and I hope it was a good one. I have my new favorite, cherries. This is my new autism food. Everybody, everybody meet frozen cherries. It's my autism food now. Anyway,
Radical.
honestly, better than ice cream. No lie. Yeah. So you have all sat down to kind of talk and strategize as you camp for the evening. And if you would like an opportunity to have some camp time now that our mini combat is over, you may certainly do so now if you like.
Yeah, I think Sin is sort of like now as the camp sort of settles in and we get over the teeth issue. Sin definitely finds a moment to sit next to Dayu. And it's just like, hey.
Oh, hi.
No breaks in the chain so far.
Not that you are aware, I was basically catatonic for a day. Above table, I think I spent the full first day full nonverbal after that fight. Just, if you told me to do something, I nodded and did it, and then I kept to myself in a corner, making biscuits on myself.
Gotcha. Then I don't think that he wouldn't have not noticed that. So if you allow me to walk this back a little bit, I think he's just like, how'd this feel this time?
Well, they were regular shaped, so much better.
I was glad that this time my strategy of diving headlong kept them where they were instead of rushing towards the back.
Yeah, but these ones were much weaker. Like they were new. I don't want to call them babies because they have no soul, so they never were babies, but they're new.
Maybe if we can find the way that the Knave Lord is bringing them into this world, we can shut off their connection to our plane.
Maybe. I do want to test out the water and ice, though that's a little difficult. But if we can at least get water to work, then maybe we can get creative. You know, like get Nikita to throw a barrel of water at them, and then Rourke can use electricity, lightning, all the flashy bits.
Mm. Yes, all I can really do is fight them to a standstill. I don't can also zap them from pretty far away, though. It's not quite water.
Really and truly, the faster these things die, the better I feel, which is not a fun feeling. I'm not a fan of rushing anything to its death, but it has no soul, so I don't feel that bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it did have a soul, though, because then you could do a whole bunch of other things and find different ways around it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Knave Lord probably has a soul.
Maybe.
I mean, nothing else has been that intelligent.
See, what I want to learn is if these things are taking forms of things that they've beaten, and that's why they can use its abilities, or if they just need to see it. There's
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference. Like I can use oh god, what's that spell? I could use a spell that works a little bit like wild shaping. Polymorph. But I kind of have to know and understand what I'm turning into, right? And that displays intelligence. So what I want to know is, are they learning and they need time to learn? Or are they just a copy of something that's already learned? These things will make it easier for me to work.
There might be different variations. I mean, think about the treant. The treant was being corrupted. It wasn't made out of this stuff. But when we destroyed the festering, what was left behind was only pieces of the treant. So it could be that it's a parasite. A virus subsumes what it eats. That might have been close to what might have happened to Nikita if we weren't careful.
One greater restoration at a very early stage. I'm sure that's it, but I'm gonna hit her again with it tomorrow to double check, because you just don't stop with these new things. Oh, I don't want to see it turn someone into something.
Me either.
Goodness gracious, why are these bitches yelling outside my door? Sorry. I was trying to mute myself. Didn't happen. I was faster. My mouth was faster.
Yes, I think Sin sort of like. I wonder if it's power based, right? If it takes longer to subsume something that's more powerful. A wolf, a bear. Those are mundane creatures. A treant might take longer. And what if it's trying to subsume Lady Morrigan?
See, that's something I genuinely hope is not happening. The idea of it corrupting a mage of any sort is terrifying, because does that mean it can learn magic now? And then the idea of a fucking sage. Like M turned to Wombo, but like I don't like that. That's so bad. That's very bad.
Sorry.
But it was also a fire giant once and a dragon once.
Hmm.
Those are bad too. But like, can we kill a sage? If I said that out loud, but we're in the hut. If I said that to the trees, would they tell on me? I'm thinking too much.
A little bit. But, you know, out of all of us, I think our minds are always going. You, me, and Rev constantly going around in the middle of our heads.
What?
You've never seen, like, a bee buzzing around a flower that's too stupid to find? And it just keeps going around and around and around the flower, never
Oh.
landing until it's tiring itself out. Just
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I feel like our minds are like sometimes. The way you think, the way I think, the way Rev thinks, just constantly buzzing around that flower, the same flower.
Mm. I mean, but we're doing it for a reason. We're trying to figure it out. Because if we know it, if we know how to kill it faster, if we know how to, that we know its weaknesses, we're safer. Because it knows our weaknesses. We're just flesh.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh no, we're flesh with attachments. It really knows our weaknesses now. Half of us are dating each other.
We've made choices. I'll never regret it, though.
I don't know. I think your opinion will change if it's not you who's getting hurt.
I'm always gonna wish it was me, rather than anyone else. But I look at Rev, and I think about not saying that I care about her. Trying to keep my heart in peace, locked down in one piece. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could ever do it again. It's something close to what I feel about the rest of you, too. I don't think I could ever choose to keep my heart protected in one piece again, rather than feel pain of what it is to be scared for all of you.
It's not really a choice when it happens. You know, they say get over it. But it's not really my choice when I know exactly how heavy my sister's hands are. She doesn't have them anymore.
I'm going to outlive you now.
Maybe.
I'm probably going to outlive the rest of you. I forget to breathe in the mornings now. With no discomfort.
Hmm.
And in my heart of hearts, I hope that we'll win. But that also means that I will lose all of you. Piece by piece. Never gonna regret this though.
That's good. Well, there's really nothing more for me to say, and I don't think there's anything more for you to say. I think we're just gonna leave that.
Yeah.
That's fine. You close out your conversation and continue on as my dog chews on his bone in the background, so you're probably gonna hear that. It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm sure nobody else will notice. As you another day passes, and you do start to see more signs of winter, little bits of snow, icicles on trees that are rapidly shedding their leaves, lots of leaves on the ground, more than you would expect. And you start to see, as you reach the outskirts of an area that seems to be very frozen, you start to see pillars and spikes and figures in the snow. And as you get closer, you realize that these are frozen creatures, frozen festering, frozen people. One of them is giant. About as tall as a tree. Completely encased in ice. And all is still and silent in this area as you reach the outskirts of what you think might be the site of whatever battle occurred between Morgan and the festering that attacked the arboreal throne. It is a combination of humans, elves. You see a tiefling in druid robes. And many, many festering. Completely encased in ice. Like statues all over this space. And the further north you go, the more there are. Trees encased in ice. There's a graveyard completely encased in ice. There are figures there. Some look like mourners, some look like monsters attacking. And as you crest over a hill, you see in the distance a massive tree. It's so huge that you can't not see it. But it is maybe another day away. But it is the biggest tree you have ever seen. Massive branches raising up towards the sky. Your breath comes out in puffs of smoke, vapor, and you start to feel reminiscent of being on the mountain. And at the end of this final day, you feel another earthquake. Stronger this time. You hear the cracking of ice as this happens. The tree in the distance, perhaps, has fallen. Weighed down by the ice and the leaves still on the branches. And as you camp for the night, on that particular night, you all have a... No, I'm not going to say a peaceful sleep, but you have a sleep. You can decide how you feel about it. But I will say that it is a little bit different for Revelation.
What happened?
You dream. You remember going to bed. You remember maybe even some of the last moments before you drifted off to sleep. And other than what you have felt in the past, experienced at the same time as your fellow party members. Oh, this is far too spooky sounding. This is fine, actually. You awake standing underneath a massive tree with bright green leaves. Sun filtering down, dappling the ground beneath, fields of flowers and tall grass. In the distance, you see a deer startle and hop into the tree line out of sight. And you look back to this tree. At the base, as if formed from the bark of the tree itself, as if the tree either grew it or grew around a large seat, a throne. And sitting in that throne is a satyr woman. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let me pull this up here. She has spotted deer-like haunches. Horns that are that look like that of a male deer, so deer antlers. rather than what you would typically see, the curled horns of a satyr. She has long, curly hair that looks like flame. She's very, very tall. She fits this throne perfectly, which looks like it's just about built for somebody 10 feet tall, and she is not terribly far off from that. Tan skin, there's tattoos on one arm. She looks serene. Her clothing is flowing and layered in soft pastel colors, some adorned with jewels or even pearls. She looks like a dream. And she is holding a staff. And she is watching you, smiling, waiting.
Rev nods her head in the sort of barest gesture of respect and approaches and asks, although she thinks she knows, "Are you Morgan?"
And you are Revelation, a druid no more, it seems.
So it seems.
The heart of nature still lives within you, but you have changed. Change can sometimes be good. I am Morgan.
How did I find myself here?
You are here because this is my domain. Dreams. Revelation. I'm trapped here. And I'm not sure, but I feel the world fading. You and your friends need to find me.
Do you recall the festering attack?
I do. Hundreds of them. Maybe even 1,000, I'm not sure. They were just pouring up out of the ground.
In the waking world, they're mostly still frozen, though we've run into more and more traveling through the woods. What will happen when we find you? Can we wake you without releasing them?
You can. It depends on how fast you get here, I think. If I am still frozen by the time you arrive, you will need to go to Lakita and get water from Loch Nimue. I had to do what I did. They were going to destroy the throne, and I couldn't let that happen.
Do I have a sense of what would happen if they were to get to the throne?
Give me insight.
That is a 24.
You do have a sinking feeling that the throne is the place of power in the Amaria Wilds. If the throne is destroyed, then its connection to the barrier over the Veil of Night will be destroyed. And that could have catastrophic effects on the barrier, given that it is already weak.
Water from Loch Nimue, and what, we pour it over you and
Yes,
you melt?
something like that. I had to lock myself in the spell to keep things still.
Do you have any sense of how long we have?
She thinks for a moment. Days, but Lockett does not far. I had to do what I did, but it had a cost. And if you do reach me, and you do let me go, many will die. All of my druids. Every last one.
Do they know that?
No. It was a last-ditch effort to save the throne.
Revelation is used to being visited by a slightly more sinister figure than this. And so I think I would like to do an insight, like one to sort of try and confirm that this is who she says she is, and then also get a vibe of like, does she think that freeing her is still the right thing to do, given the death of all her druids? I got a nat 20, so 26.
Yeah, excellent. She is who she says she is. She is genuine. And you get the sense that she wouldn't have done what she did if it wasn't her only option. And I'll say, since you got a nat 20, you also get the sense that if you asked her anything, she would answer you. Truthfully.
Is there a way to protect the throne without killing them? Could we keep you frozen and leave them alive?
Right now, they are in between. And once this hold ends, if it ends, they will die anyway. Whether I am free or not, it doesn't matter.
Is there any way we have two with a High Tenisos 1 is meant to lead the Death Sentinels. Once he dies, is there any way to broker anything to keep them?
You should know better than anyone else that that's not how it works. I did not want to make this choice, but there were too many of them. They fought. They knew the risks. And if I must choose a successor after this and no longer sit on the throne, then I will. But I did what I had to do. Do you have any idea what this is? And she motions to the tree.
The arboreal throne, the place of power that helps power the barrier around the Veil of Night. It's what we came here to seek and to protect.
It is much more than that. It is where life began on this planet. It is the root of all life. And though the tree could age and fall, and perhaps the world would keep going, I ask you, what is more worth protecting than the origin of life? The sum of all knowledge, magical and otherwise, here.
There is that sort of squirrely impulse still, knowing the power of this place and knowing that it's undefended at the moment. But we're in Morrigan's domain right now. And it would be foolish to do anything about that.
Anything about what? Repeat for me again?
Anything about just being in this place of power and Rev having that still impulse from Puros to take knowledge and hide it away and use it for herself.
Yeah. You expect that if you could get access to this throne, this tree, that it would be greater than any secret or knowledge that you could ever learn.
Are you certain that the festering will die as well?
No.
Once we... Oh! Just the druids.
These festering creatures, they do not live just as we do. They do not die as we do. They do not dream. I do not know if ending the spell will kill them. For all I know, all I've done is slow it down and sacrifice a great many people in the process. People that will take me a long time to bring back. Their souls will not be lost, Revelation. Only their bodies. And only for as long as it takes me. before you free me, you need to know that he is here. The man in the armor. He seems to command them.
Do you know him? Do you recognize him?
No, I've never seen him before. Not in all of my years. He did not exist during the shattering. And yet, feels familiar. I don't know why.
You know, did you see if he came with another?
There was a woman. And a man, an older man. He looked familiar too. White hair, white beard. He looked wounded. And you watch as she moves her hand out, and because you are in the circle of dreams, you see images begin to form of people. The people that she remembers. You see the Knave Lord standing beside a stag with flaming antlers and wings. You see a pale woman with dark hair. And you see an old man. His face is hidden by soot and a hood half covering his face, but there's something about him that feels familiar to you. You're not sure why.
Is there any base emotion with the familiarity and comfort, familiarity and fear, or is it just sort of an unplaceable?
You feel as though you've seen him before. It's not a matter
Okay.
of comfort or discomfort. You feel you've seen this person before. But his face is hidden.
Is
Woman, the pale one with the dark hair, you've never seen before. And she is kneeling before the Knave Lord. She also has black armor. And you watch as she... essentially a scene plays out. You watch. She kneels before the Knave Lord and departs. The stag loses corporeal capability, turns into a puff of smoke, essentially, summoned or lost by the Knave Lord. And you see, as the scene plays out, Morrigan spoke to the woman festering, arrived in the throne room. The Knave Lord arrived. Many festering, more than you've ever seen in one place. Hundreds. Over 1,000. Invading the grove of the arboreal throne. And you see as druids, experienced and new, fight alongside Morrigan. But the festering just keep coming. Giants, dragons, serpents, all manner of creature twisted. Treants twisted into black sludge-like bark. Bare limbs, no leaves or anything like that. And the face twisted in horror, rather than the typical stoic, carved-out face that you've seen on treants before. And you see as just onslaught after onslaught of various types of mythical creatures, some like those you fought, some like ghosts, some more human looking in armor. You see Death Knights on their horses. And it is a legion of them. And you watch as eventually druids fall one by one until there are only so many left. And you watch as Morrigan makes the choice to freeze the grove. To save the place of power and perhaps the souls of those who remained. And you can see the throne room, and she's sitting there, encased in ice. And it fades away like smoke. This is nothing like the first shattering, she says as she watches you watch this scene. It's worse.
That was going to be my question.
The seal hasn't even been broken yet, and it's shaping up to be worse. I can feel it slipping. Everything my comrades and I have worked for. You must free me, so we can stop this. Surely you know that if this place falls, Hakanor will be free.
Yes. Like I said, it's why we're here. We'll do what we can.
If I somehow manage to get out of this before you arrive, you will know. But chances are slim. A little bit hard to get out of, yes, even my own magic.
We'll move as quickly as we can.
Don't delay. And as she says those words, you snap awake.
Rev looks around, I think, almost expecting everyone else to be snapping awake at the same time in the same way, having had the same dream.
You are the only one.
Then she will... Oof. Think as quietly as she can. She will shake awake the brother, who I can only think of as Carmelcorn now, Canathor.
God damn it, Aki. Yeah, Canathor rouses when you shake his shoulder. Revelation. What's going on?
Without words, she sort of tilts her head towards the exit of the hut and pads outside.
Yeah, he'll step out with you. What's going on? Is everything alright?
I had a dream of Lady Morgan and the Arboreal Throne.
You spoke to her?
Yes.
You can tell for a second he looks as though he wants to ask you a million questions. But he, like, stops himself. What did she say?
And Rev will pass on everything that she told him, that she told her. And I think linger on all the druids dying and the festering knot. And will ask at the end, should we rely on you to guide us to Loch Nimue, or it's been a far travel. I don't know if there's anyone you could go to for more help before we unfreeze everything.
I know the way there. And as for... It's not... As for it being a long way, it's not... It's not a terribly far travel from here. Why Loch Nimue?
If she's not able to free herself, she said, water from the loch would wake her. I thought you might know why.
That would make sense. It is special. You don't simply go swimming or fishing in this lake. It is special. It is warmer than most water around here, and it stays that way. And not only that, but the lake itself is magical.
So,
We should do
the
what
name
she
for
asked.
it. The name for it is at the throne. Do we just go straight to the loch?
I would. If we get there and we can do nothing to free Morrigan, then how do we know he's not just waiting for you all to show up?
I suspect that he is.
Then we should go to the loch first. If we don't go to the grove, we don't go any further. Maybe we can get there and back quickly.
She said we have days.
And I will get you there. It's that simple.
All right. You haven't led us astray yet.
Nor do I plan to.
Then Rev will just nod at him and head back inside.
He'll wait a little while. And do you go back to bed?
No. I don't think that she can sleep. And I mean, Dayu, is the hut still, like, can we see out?
Yeah. The hut has windows. It's chill.
Yeah, then I think she spends the rest of the night watching out towards the throne.
Yeah. The rest of the night passes uneventfully for the rest of you. Except in the morning, you feel the tremors again. The earth moving beneath your feet. It's happened a few times before, but it just happened yesterday. Now it's happening again.
Thor. Is this... This is weird. Is this the Earth trying to move?
Well, it's certainly not me moving it, so yeah, I would say it's weird.
Thank you so much for that. I meant, you know how this place moves around.
No, I mean, literally, I can cause earthquakes to happen. Anyway.
Oh, right. Oh, cool.
It's not the wilds, and it's not me, so this is natural. Most likely. Feels natural. But also, it's strange. And he'll say this loud enough so that everybody can hear it, because I assume at this point everyone's awake. We'll say it's a little later in the morning. We're going to be changing course today. I will let Revelation fill you in on the details, but we are going to Lockita. It is imperative that we get there as quickly as possible and then back here. To the Grove.
And as we start to walk, Rev will fill in the group.
I think for expediency's sake, Aurora was resistant to this until Rev began to explain.
Yeah.
And then conceded.
Because are we getting all the information from your dream? Like the details too?
Yeah, I think you get... Yeah, I don't think there's anything to withhold. Like, she maybe doesn't stress how powerful the throne is, but you know that. You know it's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, you say place of power. We go. But like at the with details now. Could I make a little vibe check on souls here? I wonder if the souls can wander or if they're also frozen and that's why they're not here, you know?
You misunderstand. Right now, the mortals that are frozen are, like, in limbo. Their souls aren't going anywhere.
Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to know. Like, are they...
Yeah. They're not dead yet.
They're not dead yet. They will be when the spell breaks. Okay.
That's what Morgan believes, yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's how I understand it. Yep.
Cool. So you continue on your way, and we are probably going to end a little bit early today, but not quite yet. You travel for a day north, and you can already see signs of civilization the occasional homestead as the wilds get a little bit more sparse. And you realize that you are reaching an area that is either deforested or just an open area as you get closer and closer to the capital of the of the nation that you are in. And occasionally you do feel a tremor in the earth. And we'll say as we close out today, next session is probably going to be a normal length. You reach an area that's got a bit of a ravine, a bit of a clearing, with a pretty steep drop down into some kind of gully. And as you reach the edge of this area, you do realize that something's not right. There's no wildlife here. No birdsong. No people. No sounds of civilization in the distance, even though you've seen a couple of homesteads leading up to this point. And the sky above is pretty well visible, so you get a good view of this as the sun is blotted out by a massive winged dragon descending down to where you are. This dragon looks familiar. Silver scales. Blackened. A face twisted. Deep, red, glowing eyes from a half rotted away face. As Vestakir lands in the clearing, but it is not the Vestakir you know. And as this twisted, festering creature roars at you, vibrating the air around you, shaking up your vision, shaking the earth beneath its and your feet. Almost as bad, if not worse than the earthquake itself. That is where we will end for today. This has been Mistlost, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and for returning week after week. Thank you to my lovely players who are surely traumatized now. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for what the hell's gonna happen next. Say bye, Mistlost. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
Miss
Miss
Lost.
Claus.
Bye, Miss Lost.
See you next week. Bye.
See ya.